the Bloxburg Inventory. Let's take a look. Hey everyone, today we're gonna learn all about the Bloxburg Inventory, and I did find my lost car back finally, oh my goodness. So yes, the Inventory is a place of anger and fear, but not to worry, we will try and explain what it does. So if you go in build mode, you can see a little tab called Inventory, and here you see all of my items that I have stacked through the years. Now right off the bat, I do want to say that normal items, so items that you can buy with money that you worked for or bought, cannot go into your inventory. So if you remove this, then it will not go into your inventory. However, items that you have bought with Bloxburg, those can be obtained by joining a lot, so you're getting your streak. You can also buy them, but you cannot work for them. So if you go into the Bloxburg category and you buy something here, for example, the Bloxus TS, which is the car that I have here, you can go ahead and put that in your inventory. However, if you buy a vehicle, for example, the Nubis Superior, and that is $170,000, sadly you cannot put that inside your inventory. I do like how the cars have speed to them now. Also, if you bulldoze your house, so for example, okay, let me place some items real quick. So then we got some flowers and maybe a crate. Okay. Do I have anything else on this plot? No, I do not. That's good. So if you bulldoze this, what will happen? If you don't keep any of the items, that is, so you type your username, all of the items that you bought with Bloxburg will go into your inventory. Now there is an other section to that as well, and that is all of the white items that you can see right here. So all the purple items are Bloxburg items, all the white items I bought with normal money. Now why did I get them in my inventory, or how did I get them in? These are seasonal items, as you can see. So I got pumpkins, I got Christmas presents. So what happens when an update drops? For example, the Christmas update, we get some Christmas trees. Let me actually go for this holiday tree right here. And as you can see, can I actually clone this? No, you cannot clone this. Oh my god, I thought for a second like, hey, I am gonna clone my inventory items, but no, you cannot clone them. And as you can see, I also got a whole lot of fireworks. And as you can see, if I remove it, it goes right back into my inventory. Now, why that is because those are seasonal items. For example, with the 4th of July update, we got fireworks. So if I were to place my fireworks then and sold them, they wouldn't have gotten back into my inventory. I would have gotten money for them. But if the update is gone and the firework is gone, you can easily look for it if it's still in the game by going into decorate, going to all, and then looking for firework. And as you can see, there is no firework in here. So what will happen then is if I remove it, it will go straight into my inventory. So these are items that only are in Bloxburg a certain amount of time in the year. So for example, if I place this Santa during Christmas and I decide to sell my house during Christmas, that Santa will be gone. If I wait till after Christmas or after the Christmas update, so the next update drops and the Christmas items are gone and no longer in the decorate or build section, then I can go ahead and remove them and they will be placed in my inventory. So these are items that I collected over the years and that I will not remove during these updates, otherwise I lose them and they will no longer be in my inventory. What also can be found here is trophies. So for example, the fries trophy, well, it does look like fries, doesn't it? Do need a little table for it though. For example, the 1 billion trophy. Now if I sell that, this one will go into my inventory. But for example, I have 20 premium trophies. If I place that and I sell that, I get money for it. And you think, hey, where's my trophy? Well, I do have a lot of these trophies right now, but does it also happen with the visitor trophy? No, this one gets put back into your inventory. So it only happens with the premium trophy. And then also the skill trophies are being sold as well. So you cannot really store them in your inventory anymore. That's because a few updates ago, they were moved into the decorations tab. So if you removed your trophy, then you can easily go back. Wow, I do not have any skills. I thought I had them, but okay. Gonna have to work on them, I guess. What are my skills actually? Oh, I really thought I was doing better. Okay, but it's not a lot of work still, and I could still get it, but my goodness. So crafting and programming will be added later probably. They've been here since 2016, which is quite funny to me. So okay, I don't have any skills, but as you can see, you can buy them here for $5,000. You can also buy as many as you want. So for example, if I want multiple premium trophies, then I can now do that and place them around my house like that. I just spent $30,000 in trophies. Let me undo that real quick. So the trophies that you have in your inventory, if you place them, if you have one of them and you place it and they're gone and you're like, oh no, or you bulldoze your house and you didn't even notice that it was gone, and a few months later you think, oh no, where's my premium trophy, or where are my skill rewards? You just have to go into decorations and scroll all the way down, and here you can see all of the plaques and the trophies that you can buy once again. Now they are $5,000 to $10,000. You can buy as many as you want, but they don't go into your inventory anymore, so that's quite sad, but yes, it's what happens. Now make sure when you're looking at Bloxburg items that you don't accidentally place something, because if you, for example, look at this fridge to see if it will go into your counter and you accidentally click, you have bought it, and even undoing will move it to your inventory. So that is quite messy and quite sad if you accidentally spent a lot of Bloxburgs. So if you redo and undo, it will keep going into your inventory. You lost your Bloxburgs even by removing it or bulldozing your house. It will always go back into your inventory. So as you can see, there's that. Then there is also the thing of lost items, and oh my goodness, that one is so frustrating when you have a lot of plots that I cannot even start to begin my frustration. Now, if you, for example, bought a Bloxburg car and you placed it on a plot somewhere and you do not know where anymore, and it's just gone, and you keep looking and you don't find it, then my goodness, that is quite annoying. So for a fact, I know that my go-kart is stored here, but there is no way for me to know that I actually have a go-kart and a Blox's TS here. So when you go in build mode and you placed your item, it will no longer be in your inventory. So if you have a few plots, then yes, it can be quite messy and you have to look for stuff a lot. It would be nice if there was just a grayed out icon saying that there is one of these vehicles, and if you want to retract it, I feel like that would be a better option than going through all of your plots and bringing your cars along. And I do think that for inventories, especially with the more expensive items, for example the Nuba Superior or the Block Saver, that there should be an option to move it to your inventory, because some people want to bring one of these expensive cars that they worked very hard for to another plot and not remove the plot that they're currently on, but they cannot bring it along. So that is quite sad, and I do feel like there should be a way to move expensive items like these to your inventory, or any item that you want basically, and just store it that way. And that would save so much money, honestly, between players, because right now they have to either remove the house and keep the car or buy a whole new car for another plot. So that is quite sad to see. And then there is a second inventory that not a lot of people actually know of or use. And that is, for example, when you cook something or when you go to the store and you buy stuff, it actually goes into your fridge. So I said that wrongly. I mean, when you go to the store, it automatically goes into your fridge. But when you cook and you place it in your fridge, it actually goes into view content. That is another inventory you have. And I do have a lot of potato chips though, but don't worry, I won't eat them all. And as you can see right here, I got all of the food that I stored in my fridge. There's also some special items that I'm keeping. For example, the candy cane. I will safely put that back into my fridge because I'm scared to eat it. I only have one. And as you can see, new item stored in your fridge. So you can go to your fridge, click view content, and here's all of the stuff that you saved. Now this is perfect for when you want to open a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever. You can just store a lot of stuff in your fridge, and then you can easily get it out when you get customers. Now, the fridge, be mindful, if you give someone guest, they cannot go into view content. However, if you give someone a roommate or co-owner, they can go into view content and steal, for example, this candy cane that I'm so proud of that I kept from Christmas. They can easily do that, so roommates and co-owners can go into your fridge, guests cannot. And also very important to mention, co-owners who build on your plot can take stuff out of your inventory and delete it and place it back, but the item still belongs to you, so it goes back into your inventory. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it works when it's Halloween and they place a Halloween object and then remove it. I don't really know how that works. I will still have to test that when, for example, the Halloween or the Christmas update comes out, but I really hope it goes back into your inventory, because if they can place it and then sell it, that would be quite sad. And if they want to troll you like that, you just lost everything that you saved from previous updates. Well, you can place it back and then later remove it, but that's a lot of money lost. So be mindful of that. I don't exactly know how that will work. So if they, for example, place a candy cane during Christmas and then remove it on your plot, I don't know if it goes back into your inventory. I don't actually think so, but I have to check that. Now, overall, I do think the inventory needs a big overhaul, because let's be honest, the only items that you can place in here are temporary items and then the Bloxburg items. And if you have a very expensive car that you want to move to another plot, you have to sell it and then buy it again, which means 70% loss of selling it, then 30% more expensive to buy again. So that is is quite a lot of money lost just to move a car to another plot. If you have a Bloxburg car, you can easily put it in your inventory and then move it to another plot like that. But sometimes you do lose an item if you do have a lot of plots and you place it somewhere and you forget about it. So yes, that is something to keep in mind. Now I do think the inventory needs a big overhaul, especially for expensive items. I want to be able to drag something and put it in my inventory just like that, you know. Yeah, I do want to be able to do something like that. Also, I want to be able to see grayed out images of things that I have on other plots, and for example cars and anything worth over, for example, $100,000 or $50,000 in a grayed out box, and if you go over it, that it would say right here like on what named plot it is. So for example, if I have a car on my tiny town plot, for example, that it's grayed out here and that it says on the bottom of the item, on your tiny town plot or whatever. But yeah, that is something that I want. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen, but I do feel like the inventory needs a big overhaul. Then in your fridge inventory, I have stacked up quite a lot over the years, and I did want to empty my fridge. Wow, I just opened the cupboard. And again, I did want to empty my fridge. Like, for example, I don't need 327 bags of chips. I just bought them as a joke and now they're in here. And sometimes I do want to get rid of some stuff. I also hate that when you have a full plate of hot dogs, for example, it puts the full plate in, but when you take one portion off and then put it in your fridge, it goes into separate portions, which means that you have hot dogs twice in your fridge. And it just looks a little bit confusing from time to time. So yes, I want to be able to have it a little bit easier to clean out my fridge. For example, take and then specify a number, take 320 bags of chips out, for example. That would be so much easier than to go take and then go back into your fridge, view content, take, and just do one at a time. It would be nice to be able to take multiple items at once out, but I hope it's coming in the future. We might see that coming. I will throw that away actually. We might see that coming, but I'm not 100% sure. So yes, the inventory, in my opinion, needs a big overhaul. I do want to be able to place more items in it, see where my most expensive items are on other plots, and just make it a little bit easier to use, because right now the inventory is very limited. But that is my opinion, obviously. If you have a different opinion, you can let me know in the comments below. I'll gladly read it and hear what you think about everything. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe.